I've been gone for a long time. A lot has happened. If y'all want a life update, please let me know in the comments below. Y'all, so I moved the camera over this way because it looks better. Before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe, share it to people you like, you don't like, share it to people that don't like me, because they have a tendency to reshare a lot of stuff that I do. So make sure you definitely share it to them. Let me ask y'all something. Have you ever met someone where your vibes are just vibing, like y'all just click, it sparks every time y'all see each other, and then it's like, you like, dang, I could see myself being with this person, like, long term. If you have, let me know in the comments. But if you haven't, let me tell y'all about it, okay? So, this story started back in 2020. You know, that's when COVID was going crazy or whatever. And around that time, I got out of a long-term relationship. I was with my first boyfriend, who's my first boyfriend ever. For, it don't really matter. Like, it was like a long time. It was almost 4 years. But, I was not feeling my best. Like, I was down. I wasn't just really just feeling it. So, I ended up meeting this guy. We're going to call him Jay. So let me tell y'all a little bit about Jay. Jay was a pretty boy. He was pretty wealthy, green eyes, 6 feet plus, and just overall, like, very confident. And that's what really made me attracted to him. I loved his confidence. I loved how flashy he was. But what I didn't love is how toxic he was. Y'all, he had a tendency to think, since he pretty wealthy, he had his money, his life was together, and, you know, he had the looks too, he thought that God was the only one who made him like that. And that was not the case. It wasn't. And he was a little bit of a and I kind of liked that, but it was kind of like, this man bring this gun everywhere. Who gonna come get us? And I'm sitting in the car with him. I could have been like, never mind. Sometime out here and it's hot, and if you hear like some sound changes, it's the car. It was a little bit of a hood. A little hood. And you know, I don't mind that. I kind of like that. I got hood tendencies. I didn't grow up in the hood. But if anybody said that I did, they're a liar. And they wasn't in the hood either. He used to bring his gun like everywhere. And I was like, you know how you be thinking, like, this man bring this gun everywhere, and it's on his hip, like he tied to it. When we get out the car, grab his gun, and I'll be thinking, can this man fight? Or what if he don't have his gun? Is he gonna get beat up? I don't know. Hopefully he don't see this and he'll come find me. But anyways, yeah, so me and Jay were talking, you know, we hang out. And when we would hang out, you know, we a step out. He had style, I got style. So when we was together, it was like we was Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know, we was that it couple. We weren't together, but like couple. And I started noticing sometimes, like when we go out, yeah, dudes will come up to me and they'll holler, but he'll get jealous. Like, it was the type of jealous where it's like, oh, you want that dude now? You think he cute? You think, yeah, da da da, like that type of jealous. And I was like, red flag. It was a big party happening in the city. Like, everybody was talking about it. Everybody was like, we gotta be here. Everybody was getting their fits, talking about it. So the plan was originally, me and Jay would go to the party together. And then the day up, he was like, oh, I'm getting off of work late. I'll just meet you out there. And I'm going to bring my homeboy. And that kind of threw me off. Not even going to lie. Because I was like, that was not the plan. And I was like, you know how your intuition is telling you, yeah, have a backup plan. So, and she's not a backup plan. This is my road dog. This is my baby. This is my best friend. Never the backup plan. But I did ask my best friend to go. We end up going, getting cute, So while we're out there, I'm meeting people. I see people that I know that go to the colleges that I was thinking about going to, so mingling. And then I was like, oh, let me text him and tell him that I'm here. So I text him and I'm like, hey Jay, I'm here, where you at? He tells me he's like he over there by the DJ or something in the club. So me and my bestie, we end up going over there. He wasn't there. I said, I'm over here, you're not here. He said, oh, I ended up moving. I had to go to the bathroom or something. I felt like it was a lie. And still to this day, I think it was a lie. But when he said that, I got the feeling like, he trying to play games. Like, I'm not finna be chasing you around no club. I'm just not finna do that. It's other cute men here. Fine ones, okay? And the DJ was doing his thing. He was on the ones and twos, baby. Like, the music was hitting. I knew people there. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna mingle. And if I see him, I see him. So me and my best friend, we dancing, we kicking it. Jay is out my mind, okay? Notice that this was the party of the year. Like, all the baddies, all the finest of the fine men came out. Like, everybody had on their A game. So that's why I thought he was playing, because he did tell me he had a history of doing some shady stuff. And like I said, I'm gonna do me, because I know when I step up in there, I should sit down, okay? So like I said, me and my bestie, we were dancing, we were mingling, we were kicking it, and then all of a sudden my song came on, y'all. So I started throwing it back. I mean, like straight up just throwing it back. And it was a man behind me. I couldn't see him. It was a man behind me, but I could tell he was over 6 feet because I felt somebody hovering over me, right? And then, do y'all know how, like, how the guys kind of hold your waist, like when you like twerking and stuff, to kind of like, I guess you could say, support you? So when he put his arm around my waist, I started dancing hard, and I seen that he had like a sleeve of tattoos. And I was like, oh, that man fine. I noticed that his arm was muscular. And y'all, my best friend is in front of me, and she's like, that's him, that's him, that's him. And I'm like, who are you talking about? Like, you know how you twerking? You like, girl, what you talking about? So she was like, that's Sean. So let me tell y'all about Sean. I've been having the biggest crush on Sean since forever, y'all. I've seen him on Instagram, and I probably should describe to you who Sean is, but I feel like a screenshot of his body is gonna do justice. But he's 6 feet. He like 6'7", 6'8". He's really tall. Caramel brown skin, muscular, tattoos, baby. Oh, he got the juiciest lips that just make you wanna, you know what I'm saying? Just thinking about him right now, it's just making me hot. But I was seeing him on like Instagram, so I was liking pictures, and I was like, I kind of slide up on his. I kind of do a little slider with some hard eyes, y'all. Nothing too major. So I didn't really think he was checking for me, because I was in my late teens and he was in his like early 20s. Or I didn't think he was checking for me. Who knows? But yeah, so she said, that's him, that's him. So a girl, you got only a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I really started throwing that ass back. My mama didn't raise nobody that was scared now. So I took my opportunity. I was dancing, and we danced for like, a couple of songs. And the DJ kind of slowed the music down. So I stopped twerking. I turned around. We kind of, how you kind of dance with somebody in the front, and it's kind of like you moving your hips and stuff and looking at each other's eyes. ooh, ooh, I'm starting to think about it, and I'm like, I'm getting a little blushy, but we danced for a couple songs, and it just felt like we were the only two people there. I felt like I was in a whole nother dimension, like my soul was leaving my body, and I was just, I don't know, it was just, I can't explain it, but it was like a feeling that I'm blushing now, but it just made me feel like putty, I guess. I don't know. So I was just like, this man is so fine. He's so fine. And our chemistry, like our body language together, it was just, it was hot. It was hot. And I was just like, I don't want to leave. I'm happy here. I feel like that woman that was like, this is my man. I feel like doing like, this is my man. Y'all better back up. But anyways, I'm jumping too far. But so it was like, it was this one song where we kind of really got into it, and we just locking eyes, and it felt like we was almost about to kiss. I can't even lie. And that's when Jay came. Yes, y'all, Jay came for real. And I promise to God, I forgot all about Jay. When I was with Sean, I didn't even think about Jay. I didn't even think about him. He didn't cross my mind. None of that. He came, y'all, and it felt like I was, you know how you get the cold shivers down your back? Cause he was like, yo. And I was like, this man's a hood nigga. He probably brought that gun in. But then I was like, oh yeah, we had security. So he didn't bring the gun in. So we straight. But yeah, he was like, yo, that's my girl. And then I could see Sean's look kind of change. Like, it wasn't like, oh, my bad. It was like, nigga, I don't give a I know you're not trying me. It was kind of like that look. So they got to talk about where they from. Jay was like, I'm from the east side. And then Sean was like, I don't give where you from. I'm from the west or whatever side he from. I was too busy looking at his arms. And I was like, I'm from the north side. We don't know nothing about this. But anyways, I was a little scared. Can't even lie. Cause I was like, what's gonna happen? And in my mind, it felt like the music stopped and everybody was looking and they was exchanging words, and it was like nobody was really backing down until Jay's friend ended up coming and kind of grabbing his arm like, come on bro, don't even worry about that. One thing I just wanted to just highlight, when Jay said he was from the east side, most people be like, let me not mess with them because they be having that heat on them. But when Sean did back down, he was like, boy, I don't care, we can do what it do. I was like, ooh, this man, I want to start speaking in maybe tongues. I was like, that's so sexy. Because most people do back down when Jay said something, but he didn't. I was like, yeah, I like that. I left to go check on Jay because I can't even lie, I felt bad. I did. But I mean, he was the one who was playing, but I did feel bad. So before I left, Sean was like, hold on, little mama, take my number. And y'all took that number, and I texted him immediately to let him know, hey, this is me. But after that party, you know, our connection just kind of just starts shooting off. Like, we would text and talk often. So we couldn't really meet each other in person because at the time he was in college, and he did play basketball in another state, which kind of made it hard, but not really, because we still kept in touch, but it wasn't how I wanted it to be. Like, I wanted us to be, you know, cuddled up and saying all them little cute fake words to each other. One weekend he ended up coming back to my city, and he was like, yo, let's meet up. I was like, okay, cool. So I go to meet him, and y'all, I met his family that night. I was vibing. I met his family, like, no bull crap. I met his brother's girlfriends, who was playing games, who was drinking, who was talking. Like, we played spades, Jenga. We just had a good time. And I was sitting in his lap, and I was like, I fit perfectly here. And we was just cuddled up on the couch and just talking. And when it was time for me to go, he walked me out to my car. And, you know, we like just sitting on the car, kind of talking. And he kissed me. And when he kissed me, y'all, it was like my heart just stopped. Not like I was dead or anything, but it was just like, oh my God, like it was magical. It was just a kiss with baby. It was the best kiss I ever had. Oh, I'm blushing now. A couple times, okay? I couldn't really fit in with his family. Like, the fact that he brought me around it's a good sign in general. And it felt good. Like, it felt natural. It almost felt like, am I dramatic for saying home? But, yeah, and we kind of started talking about, like, our dreams. He knew what I wanted out of life. I knew what he wanted out of life. And this year he was graduating college, and they had just won a college championship for basketball, and he was thinking about going overseas, and he was going to play originally in Russia. And I was like, I'm not going to Russia. They already don't like my black ass. I'm gonna do what I want. But he was gonna go overseas. And then when he did, I was so proud of him. Like, I was so proud of him. Came back from being overseas. Our relationship picked up like clockwork. You know, we would FaceTime, we would text. He'd be sliding up like, baby, you fine. I'd be like, you too, Zadie. He ended up coming this past weekend to the city because of a family emergency, you know, and I didn't know. So I just seen him, he posted, I was like, I want to see you. And that's when we had our conversation, like, hey, he was coming back to the city, something going on with his family, so he had to come back. And he said that we could possibly meet up like that night, right? So I'm at work. Y'all, I'm excited. So after I get off work, I run to the mall. I get me an outfit. I was going to make sure I was going to look fly. Because when baby was going to see me, baby was going to see me. And then I had to do like a pre-interview before I seen him. So, you know, I did that. And at the time it was like probably like 10. And he said he was going to be making it to my city at like 10:20, 10:30ish. So, you know, I waited. I had work the next day, so I waited till about like 11:45. And y'all, I was so disappointed. And I was like, it's getting late. I gotta be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. So at this point, I was like, let me just call him. He don't answer. And I was like, I just texted him. Like, I was like, hey, I'm disappointed because I really wanted to see you. You know, kind of just told him how I felt. And he ended up texting me back. So while he was texting, I was just like, okay, let me just call him. Because we just gonna see what you gonna say. So he told me what it was. He apologized. And he told me how long he was staying. And he said that he'll stay longer so we can meet up the next day. So I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I'll call you when I get off work. Boom, boom, boom. The next day come around, I get off work and I call him. He doesn't answer. And I'm like, I have a mixture of emotions. Like, I'm a little pissed off, but I'm also disappointed because I feel like I kind of set myself up. But as I think about, like, he kind of came on a whim. You know, he had the emergency going on, and he had to be with his family. But I think for me, I just wanted him to say, hey, I can't see you. You know, I feel like I would have wanted that instead of just you saying nothing. A day or two go by, and I'm kind of just, it kind of messed with me, because when you really like someone, it's kind of like, that hits different. And it hurts your feelings in a different way. And I was like, I just wouldn't expect that from him. I ended up texting him. I texted him Sunday. I was like, hey, are you able to talk later on today? He don't say nothing. So I called a couple hours later. No answer. And I'm one of them nowadays. I don't care if I'm gonna tell you how I feel, because I internalize my feelings, right? And if I don't say anything and I just keep it to myself, I have a tendency to build up walls and kind of harbor ill feelings towards you. And I don't want that weight on me. So I ended up texting him. I told him, hey, this is how I feel. You know, and I just left it at that. Answer, no answer. I felt better at the end. It was for me. It was not for him to answer. I gotta answer with you not saying anything, you know. But so after I said what I said, I felt a whole lot better. So, you know, I just went on about it. And before, like earlier today, he actually ended up texting me back. I haven't said anything. I seen it. I don't know really what to say. I don't know if I should just... He did text me like less than 24 hours back, but I really do like him. And I'm kind of like, do I just need to just stop talking to him? Like, I don't know. Because it's like, I do know it was a family emergency going on. And, you know, you didn't really plan. There was a lot going on. You had to be with your family, da-da-da. But, and I don't want to be harboring ill feelings towards nobody. And I'm like, y'all don't know what to do. What would y'all do? Like, would you give him a second chance? Or would you kind of just let things be like what it is? And if it sparks up later on, it does. And then you could just address it then. But, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all do, because I like a particular type of man, and I don't want to be afraid to go for the type of man that I like, because I just be thinking, oh, they're gonna do all the same, and that's not the case. And you know, stuff happens, but I feel like communication is a big thing. Like, if you can't communicate with me, then we can't get nowhere. So I did read the text message. I might put the screenshot of what I put. I don't know, because I'm private. I'm still trying to work on that. I don't know. I don't need y'all to be tearing me apart. I might put a screenshot of what I said. And, you know, I read his text, and I might be a little biased. I kind of forgive him, because my heartstrings still be kind of be pulled on. But I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. He was basically apologizing and saying that, you know, he still wants something. But I'm like, if you can't tell me what's going on, how can we even move forward, you know? But life is hard. This relationship stuff is not easy. Don't let people lie to you, okay? For real, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Like, tell me what y'all would do. Because, like, we never really just sparked up a relationship, because, you know, we're both busy. We both trying to get to where we want to be. And it's like, we got history. And I really like him. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Let me know what y'all would do. Should I stay and let it, you know, see where it goes? Or should I just be like, please let me know. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for listening and being patient with me and helping me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it to everybody, please. We need help over here. But yeah, thank you guys, and I love y'all. Peace. Welcome back to 20-somethings with Titi E. Today we're getting carnival, like breaking down walls.